Yeah, no, I actually bought a few of the Ghost of Christmas Past just
I
because
got
I
it.
think it's a beautiful, you know,
Yeah,
she doesn't have a lot of, stuff on her. It's just a almost like a blank buck that you can.
I I think I bought 10 of her, 10 plus Marleys.
Wow, bro.
I bought 10 plus Anubis and Bestettes. I'm
Bastet is one
really
of my favorite. I love that
amazing.
figure.
And it's funny, we have a joke. No disrespect, please. No one take this the wrong way. But I call him Anchor Baby Anubis.
There you go.
Love the figure. Not as customizable as I would have liked because
Yeah,
like the torso is very Egyptian, right? So
yeah,
from a parts perspective, he's great. The
yes,
problem is George came out right afterwards, and the George figure just poops on him from a parts perspective, right?
right.
But she is incredible.
Yes.
She is one of my five favorite figures the line's ever produced.
Yeah, me too. I
She's
love Bastet.
amazing. Like
And
she's
I'm not
just
even a customizer. I just love
oh,
the figure.
she's like one human head away from being the greatest mythic. Like she's just awesome. Or Legion's figure, right?
Yeah.
And
I,
yeah.
I had a
So
David Williams. He painted me a Thrace head to
mm,
match that Bastet body with the skin tone is perfect. It's just like, dude, you made a 10 figure a 20. Like you just blew
so
away.
was it last year? Year before? I've got a couple. I think Giovanni did heads that match. Oh, he did it at IshCon last year. He sold heads that matched her skin tone, like a bunch of 3D printed heads and
Yeah, I saw
stock stuff. Yeah,
those. I saw those.
yeah.
The
Like
problem with
he's
me is I go to Legion's Con and I have finite amount of money.
yep.
I'm a blue collar. What's less than blue collar? That might be me. And so I'll go to the Four Horsemen table because that's just I
Yeah,
start
yeah.
there. And so by the time I'm, ready to go out and check out the customs and stuff, I'm hurting.
I tell people just buy heads.
Yeah.
Heads is the way to painted heads are the way to go
Yeah.
because you can turn. Especially now we got so many nights. Just go
Yeah.
buy painted heads.
Oh, for
Like
sure. For
like,
sure.
and that's as someone selling people full custom figures. Buy painted heads. It's funny. Every year I go, I'm like, do I really want to bring customs this year? I'm not sure. And a lot of it's just for me to get rid of because with my customs, I don't. Very few of them am I attached to. Once the creation process is over, like a D&D character, I want to move on to the next one.
Really? Because
Yeah,
some people are not like that.
nope, nope. Some people are not. And over the years, I've gotten better. There's a couple figures. You can always tell. You come to my table, and usually customs price between $90 to maybe 150 tops.
Reasonable.
Unless it's a brute scale or
Right.
something ornate, right? That's usually my rage because
Yeah.
I consider myself a good painter, not a great painter. I do I mean, I print, I paint, I cut, I slice. I'm like the utility infielder, so I'm never really great at any one skill. I'm
Right.
just good at a bunch of stuff, right?
Right.
So I charge what I feel is fair for the work, and mostly it's for the parts I use. It's
Yeah.
mostly parts based. If I do a full paint on a Legion builder, very rarely is it over $100.
Right.
Even if the paint work is ornate, it's just a
Yeah.
Legion builder. It's $20 figure.
Yeah, because I mean, you've got to look at the parts. Like if I'm
The
if
parts
I'm
for me is all
breaking,
that matters.
if I have to take apart an Asa
Yep,
or an older
yep,
figure, it's
yep.
going to reflect that in the price.
And that's more of the price than my work. Because when I'm painting these things, I'm listening to a fantasy audiobook on my spare time having fun. So like anytime I can make $1 because I had some fun, that's a great day for me. That's just my philosophy on it, right?
Yes.
But you can tell which figure I don't want to sell. Because a couple figures every year will have a price that doesn't match the rest of my table.
You're like $1,800.
No, not that crazy, but you'll see like a 275 on
Right.
there.
Right. Right.
Or like last year I did this pair of twin figures, twin half elves, head that I couldn't sell the head. You could download it and give it away, but you couldn't sell it. So, it was like off a miniature and I printed it for me to use. And they were priced significantly higher than the rest of the stuff on my table because I'm like, and someone walked up and was like, I want to buy those at the price you're asking. I'm like, no, 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 no. And he ended up going to get money and stopped at another table and bought something else. And
You're
I
like,
was like, thank God, because I didn't want to give up. I
so
love
you
the
don't,
twins. They're great.
do you have the thought though, like I can make them again?
I wouldn't do it.
Really?
The creation process is so fun and organic for me. Like, I don't think I would recreate a custom
Okay.
like that deep of a custom with a
Yeah.
backstory and everything. I might paint a knight the same way, give like a gold knight, like the gold Legion Builder knights, giving them blue accents is always fun. I think
Right.
it's a fun paint job, right? But like characters with a full, I wrote it from scratch, no chat GPT nonsense backstory. Nah.
Yeah.
Like the person that bought that, I want them to feel they got something from me
Right.
that was special. Like if you're taking a piece of me with you, even if I don't, I don't keep them and love them like I used to. Like I want you, you got something special. So I'm
Yes.
probably not going to recreate the exact same thing. And I don't think I could. My
Right.
creation process is chaos.
Yeah.
Like sometimes I start with a concept. Sometimes I go to my drawers of parts.
Yeah.
And I pull it open and I'm like, all right, what are we doing today?
Yeah.
Sometimes I get I get a part from another line and I'm like, all right, I'm going to turn this into a mythic part somehow. And then I'm going to make a full custom around it. My creation process is so inefficient when it comes to a custom.
If it works for you and you're having fun though, right?
That's all that matters.
Yeah.
Right. And, I have tools and stuff. I use a certain kind of paint that is really good, new person friendly. Like the paint I use, I could teach you how to paint in 20 minutes, and you can paint something that will have no brush lines in it.
Well, you were actually cool. You sent me some.
I did.
Yes.
Yep.
And that day that I got them in the mail, I painted my frog from Borderland Hordes.
It came out pretty good.
Because you're like, you don't, because I'm asking in the group, I'm like, do I need to prime this? You're like, don't prime it. You don't have to. And I'm like,
the primer is the paint.
BS. And I started painting and it covered like
everything.
It was magic. You made me look good.
That's called Stynal Res primer. Like, what it is it's a primer. It's a primer. They sell it in multiple. Like if you buy it from a website, there's like 26 colors of it.
Yeah.
So you can pretty much get away. It's got polyurethane in it. Like that you pour a floor and it self levels. It's got the same stuff in it. The paint levels itself.
Was beautiful.
It's great.
Yeah.
And it's my super. It's like my super thing, right? Like I'm big fan of tools.
Yeah.
Right. And I will make up a skill gap with a tool with tools.
Right.
That's how I make up a skill gap because I'm never going to paint enough.
Smart.
And as an example, right? Like this figure, this is all primer. This dude is all the same green you were using on your frog.
I love that helmet.
That OD green. Oh yeah, the helmet's a cool file find. Fingers crossed. These will be at Legion's Con for sale. Maybe some giveaway. I'm not sure how I'm going to do it yet.
And I love how flexy they are.
Yeah, we're using a new resin, or not a new resin. This resin's 2 years old. Out of the bottle, no mixing. The resin lets you
give us a demo. Let me see that.
When you print it thin. I'm trying to snap it. Doesn't snap.
Insane.
And eventually it will just put itself back. If you hit it with a little heat, what's really cool is, say it's a little small for something, or like you want to mold it on. If you hit it with a little hair dryer heat, just a little bit, because it's very heat sensitive, it'll mold to the part. It'll expand for you to the head. So this cool stuff, we're going to have a bunch of stuff. I think we might even switch to it as just our default resin for everything. It's tough as you print it thicker. So it's not meant to be flex resin. It's meant to be a tough mechanical machine resin for making joints and things like that. The byproduct of it is when you print it thin, it just happens to flex.
And it paints well. You can paint on it well.
Yeah, as long as I use the paint I showed you to use. So yeah, that paint pretty much works on it.
What's the name of that paint again? Tell the people watching.
You want to go get? We tell it all the time. It's called Stynal Res primer. It says it's an airbrush primer. You can hand paint with it. I got plenty of testimonials. You'll hear more about it in the coming weeks. I'm going to go on a tour for this place.
So good. Works so good.
Dope. Good stuff. It's really good stuff. And that's so for me, for painting, I use tools, and it's like the 3D printers, right? They're just tools.
Right.
They're tools so I can make something I need for my collection, usually for display purposes, to get stuff out of drawers. Right. And I love getting stuff out of drawers.
So speaking of 3D printing,
okay,
we're going to do a pause and come back.
All right.
And we're going to showcase something that Kris has been working diligently on. And as far as I know, only 2 people own.
Only 2 people outside of me own one of these. Two lucky people.
Stay tuned, listeners, watchers, viewers. and we're gonna show those right now. Try airbrush.
This thing right here, dude. This is like, I know we're getting off. No, we're on a tangent, but check this out.
That's okay.
So this
I
thing
love
right
to see
here,
your
right?
work area here, and
This
we
thing
are
right.
recording. So I just want to let you know that we're recording.
Oh, we are recording. Oh,
Yeah. What is that right there with the hand? That's the handle thing. What is that?
So this is a no clean airbrush.
What?
So basically, you stick this bottle, right?
Okay.
Put the paint in. It's got a needle on it. I'm trying to do this with an iPad in my hand, everyone. So please forgive me.
Bear with me.
You go in like this, right?
Never seen that before.
Yeah, so they're pretty new. They just hit Amazon a couple months ago. Shout out to Barbados Rex on YouTube because he's a car airbrusher for models.
Mm-hmm.
He always just tell people cool stuff. So you fill it with paint, and that's it. The cool thing is when you're done, instead of cleaning up, this tip, you can clean these tips if you want, or you can throw it out. They give you about 100 when you buy it.
Is it battery operated or?
Yeah, it's battery. It's just rechargeable, USB-C.
Nice.
Yeah, man, it's pretty. Like, I just got Tobin hooked up with one. He tried it, and he's like, "Oh my god!" Because like the thing with airbrushing, I have a big compressor and everything.
Yeah.
It's cool, but man, there's a lot of cleanup.
Yeah.
And I'm not a hobby airbrusher. I'm like a dude that just wants to, kind of do stuff with his toys, right? That's kind of like another great tool since we're doing tools. This is a blowing.
You could have a whole show on this.
If you heat your stuff up and you want to cool it quick, this thing will blow out air at a crazy high rate. It'll cool your parts down really fast.
Nice.
I know some people struggle with like heating up their parts and stuff like that. I mean, this is the Pharaoh's Forge, so the rest of the room,
absolutely,
the desk where I slice all my files. Everyone, excuse them. Actually, this is pretty cleaned up.
You're fine, man.
I keep my paint right next to my desk.
I like that rack. Where'd you get that
at? This is Hobby Lobby, and they stopped selling them, and I need a third one. And I can't find it. Very upset.
I was gonna say that looks like a store display or something.
Well, so what I did was I also 3D printed my own paint racks.
Nice.
I mean, you've got the machine. Those machines are magic. Yeah. I display my legions, like dwarf display with the OG great. That's the first Garrison Greybeard from 3 years ago diorama off the production line. I
see Ragna there too. I see my girl Ragna.
Yeah, so we got regular Ragna, and then we got Ragna Reforged, which is one of my customs. One of my few customs I love.
Yes, I remember that. I kind of want that, or I need to replicate it.
You know what's crazy? The paints are all stock paint. I can send you the paint recipe.
It's
all stock stuff. I didn't have to mix it.
Yeah, tell me what I need, because Patrick Boyle did the same thing. He made a female barbarian into like a female war duke, and I'm like, criminy, I need that. And so I need to get the recipe on what I need to build that.
And like some stuff in the next shelf is by faction, but this is like my other night shelf. Like I cut up a demon head and turn it into a faceplate. Things I love doing that, like cutting and slicing and that stuff. Noble Bear got shoved here. The orcs kind of got shoved here. They're in their own faction. And then I got the Dark Four have their own by faction, right?
There you go. I love it.
And then I turned in from like a person that didn't buy the skeletons because I didn't like the armor on the arms into like a huge skeleton crazy person now.
Yes.
I got, and this isn't even all of it. You'll see some of it in a minute. Good guy. I know I'm taking this on a weird tour, right? We were going to promise something.
I
this is just the teaser now. So I got the Crashbox dioramas up for, and then the good guys got the same setup, right? Faction based setup with these. These are all Baker's racks from Amazon. Like I wish I don't do glass cases because I want to. I should because I hate dust.
I'm with you.
But like, I like the way these display.
I like to grab them
and move stuff.
I
like to grab them sometimes and play with stuff, right? Just like, all right, let me move this. Yeah. There's a little bit of disarray because what I got going on for Legions Con. And then I store my customs over here. So this is like
the stuff I'll bring with me this
Yeah,
year.
we got a
Maybe,
preview now here of
maybe mostly should be coming.
yeah.
One's unfinished. This is one I really like. I turned Valix into a blue thing.
I love that. I love the color.
Yeah, I thought it was a cool. I thought it
For
was a cool,
sure.
different. Another one I really like using colors from that primer we talked about is this dude. We were talking about white pants earlier.
Yes. Oh yeah. Yeah, I think you showed me that in the group chat, and I love that.
Yeah, I think he came out pretty good.
White
I was
pants
pretty.
look great.
Then I got some dye work up here with this skeleton dye and paint. So I dyed him first, the
Ooh.
joints, and then I painted him.
And I love that the one behind it with the yellow and the blue.
Yep, that is already spoken for. Pat Boyle hit me up for that while it was in progress.
Yeah,
He didn't even see the finished product. He's like, I want it, Kris.
What is there like some kind of inspiration for that? Like, what is it about it? Because I love it and I don't know why.
So I think it's because you don't see a lot of pastels that often.
Yeah.
And that blue. Also, for we were talking about Steinel Res Primer, the yellow and the blue and the metallic, all the same, all primer from that line.
Wow. And it's stuck to the soft goods loin piece, huh?
No, it's got the plastic loin piece. That's the plastic one.
That's what I meant. Like the paint stuck to that.
Yep, no problem. No issues. Steinel Res will stick to anything. In the back, I got my little OD green dudes that I'm pretty proud of. Like I thought these came out pretty neat. I know that it's a little blurry, green, but just some normal customs like these are all normal, right? Took a Dubon head, cut it, chopped it, turned it into a faceplate type of deal. There's another dyed skelly in the back. Just the basic, like nothing crazy this year. I don't think I went crazy this year. I think I just did some fun stuff for myself.
Yeah.
And that's what I'm kind of bringing because that's not my main, my main hustle this year. Not hustle. Hustle's a bad word. My main focus.
My main
focus. But we can get up. Oh, and then over. I got two of my printers here. There are other printers scattered throughout the house. Shout out to my wife again for being totally cool
with
me having 3D printers everywhere.
You're awesome.
Next year, we're going to stick them on racks and put them in the garage and have like a 3D, like a professional looking setup. I think we're up to 9 machines now.
Oh, wow.
We're up, and almost all of them are from this brand Bamboo. They make great machines.
I need one. I don't have one.
Dude, you got to get you got to get a P1S, man.
Let me know, man.
Like we'll talk about it.
Yeah.
And I tell everyone, even if you're not going to sell stuff, so don't think about making money. Every collector should have a 3D printer.
Yeah, because I want to mess around with the sculpting. I want to figure out like what program to use.
Diorama stuff, bro. Like you'll start making your own dios. So like this right here. So see this shelf with the bars? I know I'm swinging everybody around, right? I 3D printed all this stone to cover up all that stuff.
Wow.
So this is all 3D printed stone, and then the inside is like floor vinyl from Lowe's.
Okay.
To give it that marble look. And then, I think this cost me in material $8 to transform the whole shelf and make it look dope, right? Or make it look cooler than it looked before. So like I'm into all that stuff. Like I, was messing around. Like, can I make some new figure stands, things like that? You got a whole just graveyard of 3D prints going on.
You're experimenting. You're trying new things
all the time. So this is how I store my parts. So, like all this stuff, heads.
Yeah.
And then we go heads 1.0. It all goes 1.0, and then we dive into 2.0. But it's all in like order. I'm gonna do the head, grab the torso, grab the arms, grab the legs, grab the hands. This is how so people always post, how do you stay organized? Hobby Lobby used to sell these drawer sets. They do not anymore. But if you can get a tall chest with a lot of drawers in it, it's a great way to store your parts.
Right.
And then you got to process them, and I'm obviously behind on sticking stuff.
Where do you get your parts from? Is it just from figures that you bought and broke down, or okay?
Yeah, I used to buy parts lots. I stopped doing that.
Expensive, man.
Yeah, I just buy the figure, break it down, And like, so like if I look at the end of the year, I'm probably down. I mean, God, I mean it's my hobby, right? So I'm like, I'm in it, right? Like it's like whatever. But like I've gotten better. Like what I got to do is I have a giant thing of backstock that I won't show because my garage is nasty. It's like a hoarder's garage. I used to hoard figures like hair. I have a sealed Hera just in case I needed her for a custom. Right? I got to get rid of all that stuff. I got a Juno, or I had a Juno. I think I just got traded her. Like stuff like that, right? Like, I got to get rid of those because I don't need those. They've done such a good job with Legion builders and easier to get stuff. Like, and I get behind, right? I got a pallet and I haven't opened him yet. Like, he's not even.
Oh.
He's been sitting here for 2 weeks. He might not get open until after Legion's Con. And I heard the figure is amazing.
Here you go. Same.
Yeah, see, you haven't opened yours yet either.
No,
see?
haven't.
I want to. I need to open them so I can.
I will eventually. Yeah. Maybe this weekend. Maybe we'll see.
I keep my horses and mounts up there, and then this shelf's in progress. I'm turning into a diorama. This is all the customs I've bought.
What's that red thing right there? What's that red?
This is a from the D&D movie. It's a popcorn bucket.
Oh, okay. I was like, what is that? I couldn't figure it out.
And this is where I keep like my Hall of Friends. These are all customs people I know or I've purchased from done.
Oh, that's cool, man.
So this will get redone, and I'm going to do like a whole like Hall of Heroes thing for it. So, but before we broke, we were talk about what's coming to Legion's Con. So on the floor, you see the production started.
Yes.
On Tower Strong. So if you follow Nate Strong, Corona 4 on IG, he was the inspiration for this. It's so hard to get this thing in frame.
So tell me how he inspired you. Like what was
so he posted a picture of 2 soldiers on top of a tower rampart.
Yes, I seen that.
I thought it was amazing. And I realized, I'm like, oh my God, that's the top of Graybeard Garrison, which he bought a few years ago. He just cut the dwarf part out and took a picture with just the top. That's what the picture
something that you made?
Yeah, this is something we made. This is we made this diorama. We printed this in resin 3 years ago.
So you got inspired off of something that you created.
And I didn't even know I created it until I really stared at the picture. And so my thought process was, hey, what if I just made the top of a tower, right?
Mm-hmm.
So something like this, where you could sit it on a shelf and put your figures on.
Right.
Right. And this is not the original one, but this is the idea, right?
What's the height on that, Chris?
This little guy?
Yeah.
Oh, this is God, 5.
Just about.
Probably like 7, 8 inches.
Okay.
We can stick a figure near it. So 8.
Okay.
So this is how it started.
Get an idea.
Right?
Yeah.
Yeah. So this is how it started. This was the whole idea. And I'm like, I wonder if people would buy. I want it for my room because I can't, that's the room I got, right? I'm thinking like the top of these things are what I was thinking of. I'll just put tower tops on all of them.
Yeah.
Right? And then I'm like, well, wait a minute. What if I wanted a bigger tower, like for more room? So then another part got added, and I'm going to cut out a lot of the work that I did on it.
Right.
The final thing was, how am I going to ship this SOB?
So I have a slide here.
There you go.
How it begins.
Right. So
and then how it continues. So it's like a modular.
It's a modular setup. So when you open your box, and these will be boxed at Legion's Con, I'm going to ship them across the country. So everyone knows Chris isn't even getting bulk shipping on this one. There's no way to bulk ship them cheaper than shipping them one by one. I went pirate ship. I tried everything. So you're going to get it, open it. It's got all the parts. It breaks down into a very small breakdown. And then you assemble it. And it grows, and it becomes Tower Strong. That is the name of the tower. The playset this year is called Tower Strong.
I love that.
From bottom to top, it's 33 and a half inches tall. If you don't have that much vertical space, you can remove this and this, and it'll still connect just fine. Or if you have more vertical space, you can buy multiples and stack them as high as you want. Because the center sections are repeatable. And that was all intentional and how I did it. And a lot of it was because I had to ship it. So I saw a Russian nesting doll, and that's where I got the idea to hollow it out and kind of do all that stuff to ship it.
Wow.
So this has been the cool thing was about this project, from concept to finished product shipped to Nate, was 36 days.
Jeez.
And there's a whole graveyard in the garage of prototypes. And here's the thing, when you're printing stuff this big, prototyping is rough.
Yeah.
Right? That bottom piece in its current configuration is 11-hour print. In the previous one, when it had more meat inside of it, was a 15-hour print.
Oh yeah.
So you got to be really sure about what you're doing, right?
Yeah.
And that's kind of how the rings came about, the connector rings. So these are like the connector rings. I'm doing them in accent colors. There'll be a few different options for accent colors, like all gray, like a dark gray, a blue gray, a gray. And the connection rings kind of made it work because it allowed me to break it down, but it also allowed it to be, really modular like that. And I'm like, okay, this is the system, right? And Anthony will yell at me if I don't do this. So in the past, when we did dioramas, they were kind of half size, right? Because that's the printer we have.
Right.
This is full 360. So you get enough display for 3 figures comfortably. You can do 4 if you want.
Yeah.
What you're seeing in there, that's a magnet. So I stuck a light on the inside that was magnetically activated. So there's a floor on the inside. So you do get a floor that you can put. It actually goes like down here and it raises the figure up. So the figure, a standard size figure, should be right about middle of the window for their face. You can put a bunch of figures inside of it, and you got the doorway here, and you can fit a bunch of figures inside of this too.
Nice.
So I think now I didn't do a floor built in because I couldn't figure out how to make it look cool. And really we hit, for me to keep it at what I consider a reasonable price, I had to at some point in time stop designing and say, okay, this is what's going to work. Now, if you bought a diorama from me in years past at the Mythic Bits table, we printed those in resin. This is printed in filament, right? Filament can do much bigger things, but, there are some gyration lines in filament printing because that's just how the medium works.
Yeah.
Right? So it's a little different than resin. The cool thing is you can buy this and you don't have to paint it. I think you could set it up. This is not painted. This is the color of the plastic.
Wow.
Printed out. There's no paint on this right
now. Really?
Nope.
I didn't know that. I thought you painted it.
No, sir. Color of the plastic. So the plastic, this is how it comes out of the machine. This is how they come out of the machine.
Wow.
That's why I did the accent rings in a different color. I thought it made it seem like more like a playset, kind of, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah, no, I agree. Totally agree.
Right. So other thing, and when people get this, they'll understand it. The bottom rings are really tight, right? On purpose. The top ring is really loose. This is really loose. So you can spin it freely for playability.
Oh, wow.
That's on purpose. Same thing with this, because it's got 4 windows. If you want to display it with the windows being like that, you can just spin it and do it. But then the rings down here and here get much tighter for stability. And the picture you just had up shows how tall you can. I think I got this thing I got the thing at 6'1". That's where it capped out.
Is that 2 sets right there?
That's 3.
That's 3 sets.
Yeah. So
together.
After Legions Con, I will be more than willing to take orders for just middle pieces.
Yeah.
Right. So if you buy it at Legions Con, no problem. Right. And you want to order middle pieces, I'll have a price set up and all that stuff after Legions Con. Even if I wanted to sell middle pieces now, I'd have to ship them in a separate box. Yeah. This setup fits in the box it fits in. Like I got a box for it.
You got it just right.
It's just right for me to put stuff in it. Yeah. So even breaking it down, these things, I'm shipping them from Washington State. They're not cheap to ship.
Right. Yeah, that's 2 ways from.
Yeah, it's super far. Everybody that collects Legions is on the East Coast.
Right.
So that's the first thing I'm gonna offer this year. So that'll be there's a Mythic Bits table, which is run by Shane and his wife, that I co-own that brand. The table next to it has myself and Giovanni, and anything I do that's like this in filament, it's done by the Pharaoh's Forge, which is my brand. That's my own personal thing when I'm doing a project. Jason Rodriguez contributed a little bit to this one. He redesigned the rampart for me to make it much more printable. The original rampart, you lost all this space. Like, you could barely fit 2 figures on it. He helped me trim so much meat out of it.
Yeah.
Altogether, it's a 50-hour print.
For one set.
For one set, it's 50 hours
of
machine time. Right now, I spread that over a lot of machines, but 50 hours of machine time.
Yeah.
So, you're getting it, and, you'll be your listeners will be the first people. So at the con, these will be priced at $160 for a tower.
Wow.
Which I think is pretty good. I mean, I guess people.
I do too, man. It's amazing, amazing work, and I've never seen anything like this in the community.
I try to do something cool every year. I hope people like it. This is what I want. I want to have towers like I have a lawn dragon, we call it. It's a Halloween decoration from Home Depot. Outside, it's 6 feet. I brought this thing out and took pictures with it, and I was like, this is what I've always wanted.
Yes.
A giant tower for a 6-foot dragon.
Yeah, I was just thinking of Beathir next to it.
Beathir is going to look cool, especially, here's the thing, too. If you're a photographer, you can break this thing down, right?
Yes.
So if you look at Nate Strong put up a picture when he got his, and it was named after Nate because he inspired the whole project, right? So it's called Tower Strong. That is the name of it. It is, my love letter to Nate's photography work, right? He got his set, and he bought a couple prototypes off me, like pieces. And if you look at his post he did on Instagram, he's got tower piece in the background. So if you're a photographer, you could totally set up multiple pieces.
Oh yeah, for
all
sure,
over the place. So, this is my big offering. I'll tell people I'm not bringing 1 million of these things. I can't financially ship 1 million of these things to Legion's Con, right?
Yeah.
Like our dioramas every year, they always go super quick, and by Sunday, someone's always mad at me, right? So I'm not saying come to my booth first. I'm saying, if you want one, you gotta come see your boy.
Make a move.
Relatively early.
Make a move. Now, how do you feel about people say they can't make it to Legion's Con, or they want to get one, dialed in before or after? Like, how do you feel about people reaching out to you and saying, hey, after this show, hey, Kris, I really want this, can I buy it ahead of time or maybe afterwards?
I'll be taking orders as soon as I'm back from Legion's Con. I need a week, and then I'll be taking orders. I'm actually going to try to print some overstock because I'm ahead of schedule on printing. I'm surprised. Yeah. Like, my wife for my birthday bought me 2 more printers, and she really helped. So the thing with filament, right? Resin's different. When you print in resin, if I print one head at 2.5 hours, I can print as many as I can fit on that plate, and it's about the same 2.5 hours. With filament, every time I add a model, and these, you can't do that. These things take up the whole thing anyway. But they just take as long as they take, right? So the faster way to do it is to buy more machines, right? So we're now set up. I'm going to try to keep a couple extra for after the con. The con price is $160. The post-con price will be $160 plus whatever it costs me to ship it to you.
Okay.
And I'll be transparent. You'll get a receipt. Like, I'll pop your address in the pirate ship, right? I already know, they'll know the boxes, the weight, whatever, and I'll show you how much it's going to be.
Okay.
It should only cost, once we get past the holidays, because the USPS raises their rates. Once we get past the holidays, shipping should be about $20 to $21 max across the country. That's why I got it now to New York. But during the holidays, that might bump 25. So more than happy to take orders after the con.
Okay.
I'll be ready for it. And the cool thing will be after the con, if you got a weird color request, I can add that into the price of the thing. What's it going to cost me to get the filament?
Right.
If you want an orange tower or a purple one, if you're
San Francisco Giants fan, you want it in orange and black.
I do love the Giants.
We can work all that stuff out, right?
Yeah.
So that can all be worked out after. It's going to do the thing again.
You need to work out that iPad though,
dude. I know. I'm so sorry.
No, it's
your
fine.
show.
No, not at all. It's funny.
So like, that's, I'm prepared this year. In past years, play sets have been hard because we're shipping them in resin and it breaks, and this thing seems to be okay. Now I'm always worried about the top rampart. Like if they step on the box, I'm screwed.
Right.
But I only got to reprint the rampart and send it to you. So
right. And like you said, even before we started taping, that you're gonna take care of. Like if something happens,
oh, absolutely.
Now
if you knock it over on your driveway, I can't help you. Right. But yeah. It's not meant to be thrown around. Now the plastic on the inside, the ring is hollow, right? On the inside of that thing, that ring's only about 6 millimeters thick, right? So it's a big giant circle, big giant hollow cylinder with bricks on the outside of it. I know I made that sound really simple, but that's what it is. And there are some cool play features, so I can't show it on what we're doing because it's not dark enough. I left and created some holes in one side of it for bricks. So if you want to put lights in it and face it a certain way, the light will creak out. If you've got a handheld fog machine, it'll creak out.
Oh,
but then the other side is solid. You can't tell. So, you can kind of spin it how you want it.
Atmospheric. I like that.
Yeah, and that's what I'm doing for the community. This is my Magnus Opus this year. It's not race specific like the last two. We did Dwarfs first, Goblins second. It's just whatever you want to do with this tower. It's up to you.
Yeah, I love it, man. I think it's awesome, and I can't wait to see one in person.
Everybody's been pretty juiced. I mean, I'll tell you. So Nate and Dan got it. I thought I was gonna have to make an instruction video on how to put it together. Nate and Dan didn't even have to reach out. They were like, dude, this is self-explanatory.
Nice.
He's like, the thing goes in the thing, and you just build it up. I'm like, all right, I guess we're good.
So also at the table, you're gonna have your new system here, right?
Yeah, those are actually not the ones.
Oh, okay. I've got
messed up. There we go. Nope, those are the ones from
those not it. Okay, I will let you show me.
That's on Kris. That's
all right. And you show me what you got.
I'm flubbing this thing because I totally had the thing.
You're like, where did I put it down? Where did I put it down?
This is very unprofessional of me.
You're fine.
Super unprofessional, but I'm gonna take you guys with me. Okay. So every year I like to do something so last year we did, the big deal was weapons racks, right?
Yes.
Printed them, holds a million weapons. They were $20-$25. So I thought pretty fair, but long print didn't feel like the value was quite the best. So I went back to the drawing board. I redesigned. This year we're going to bring weapons racks. They're going to be tiny. Call them single figure racks. This thing will still fit. We're going to try to do this on camera, live and in person. Let's see how good I do.
Let's do it.
So you're going to come with a bunch of hooks, and you'll have optional hooks you can hang on the front or hang on the back.
Yes.
Right? I usually just food for thought, I put mine on the back. Each one will come with these side hooks and then 4 other hooks, right?
Okay.
I usually put mine on the back, and I'll show you guys mine in a second. So this year, so you can put your heads on it, right? There's even a hole in the back for pauldrons if you want to stick a pauldron in there. There's a pauldron hole in the back.
Look at that.
Little bit, right? So you get your helmets on here. It'll hold your helmets okay. Might have to put a little tack on it, right? You know, that's part of the deal. This year the side hooks are for the belts.
Okay.
So I specifically hung the hooks off the side for the belts.
I like it.
Right. So you got somewhere, because we're getting such cool belts from the studio, right?
Getting so much stuff with your figures.
And what I love about the belts is once you hook your belt on this thing, you can then go the extra step and run the sword through the belt.
Oh, okay.
And just kind of hang it off like that.
Yeah.
Hang it in the front. I love that. It's
Yeah.
still got a big section in the middle for your large swords and your other things like that, right? God, I'm doing a bad job of this, but all right. Oh, you know what's funny? I found the other rack. I had it hiding behind a custom figure. How about that?
How about that?
And on the back, I like to put the hooks on the back so I can hook a spear on the back of it.
Yeah.
And it'll hold, you can imagine, more weapons and spears. You could fit about 3 or 4 more spears in it. So in total, should hold anywhere from 7 to 12 weapons if you really stuff it.
Mm-hmm.
Plus, you can, like I said, you can stick some pauldrons on there, move it around. And that's if you're not hanging weapons off your weapons belts.
Right.
And stuff like that. So the key on these, because I got the print time down, I got the material down, I got all this down. These are going to be 2 for $10.
You can't beat that, dude.
$10 bill, you're getting 2 full. You're getting 2 racks.
And those will be at your table.
These will be at the table. Last year, weapons racks. I'm not going to lie. I thought I brought more than enough, and I brought a lot. They were gone by 1 o'clock. And I was like, oh crap, what did I do? And they're printed in this brown, so this is not painted.
Yeah.
This is printed. Last year was a lighter brown. This year I found a dark chocolate brown.
Mm-hmm.
And so you can pretty much achieve something like this look with just the black wash on it.
Mm-hmm.
This is the same color brown printed. Right. And then it's a black wash. That's all it is.
There you go.
You throw a black wash on, it's got enough nooks and crannies, you'd be fine.
There
might be some other weapons racks. Like you did show a picture. I am working on that sword rack that you showed a picture of.
Let's see here.
I sent you the wrong photo, but that's
it's okay.
That the one before that with the 2. Yeah. So
I love that.
Rack is actively being worked on.
I love the colors
on time to print it.
Yeah, it looks. I love this. I got a million spears, but I love the spears. So I'm down for both of those.
Yeah, I'm working on those, and I just don't know in quantity. So I know the 2 for $10s, they print twice as fast as that sword rack, and for like half the amount of filament.
I'll take some of that iced tea back there too if I can get some. in the picture, you got some of the.
Yeah, that bottle's actually behind.
It's still there? Okay.
My wife drinks it, and I picked it up for her at the store. Forgot to give it to her.
I'm a tea guy, so I'm down for that.
Oh, okay. So then the last thing, not the last thing, but the last main will print in decent quantity product. So
there's more?
There's one more.
That's right. I forgot about this.
This is
my favorite thing.
Only one of these exists.
My favorite
that weapons rack you just saw, I got a box of those things.
We're soloing you on this one.
Solo. So this is 101. I think I got the design down. So I wanted to print out like a summoning circle.
Yes.
And
so that's not all, gang.
What's going to be cool about this? It'll come installed with a 3 setup light.
That's what I'm talking about.
Fast blink, slightly less fast, and then a solid blink.
Yeah.
The light is being spread out by a diffuser plate, all 3D printed, super light. It's also, if you take it apart, you can put your own lights in it. You don't have to use the ones I give you. It is set up to use the hole inside of here is huge. The only thing pending, I want to be honest and transparent. I'm going to try to make a fake rock to cover this, where you can press the rock as a button.
That's not a big thing for me. I'm such a nitpicker. I nitpick so hard on what I make that I always try to I like to do the one cool thing that makes it cool. So, again, filament print. So, got the little gyrations. I love that, man.
It's going to come in the multicolor. So this top piece, it's the top piece right here is actually printed in multicolor. I print one color and then it switches to another color for the things underneath. So I think I've done a pretty good job of hiding everything to make it look stony. And I think, these should be pretty rad. Size might be a little smaller when it's done, diameter wise, but so you guys can I circle this? Let me tilt this down.
Let me see.
So you can see a standard size figure on it.
And price is to be determined on this.
Price is TBD. Okay. We're working on
it.
Oh, I'm screwing this up. Hold on.
Worst guest ever.
iPad's giving you some grief today.
There
man.
we go. So
yeah, I love
get your
that.
figure on it. Got a sorceress.
Yeah, that's it right there, dude.
And when the lights are dim.
Yes.
Hold on. Let's see if we get it. Here we go. Let's see if we can pull this off.
Oh yeah, dude, right? That looks so damn good.
Lights are dim. You got a cool display, and the thing runs off watch batteries. So run it. Buy extra batteries for like I don't know $1, and just run it as a cool decoration. So it's almost like it's like 90% figure display and 10% home decor.
Absolutely.
So I think that's going to be fun. We'll have, don't know how many yet, haven't started producing. So these aren't in production yet, but that's the design. So that design is almost like my second try. So I think it's almost final the way it is.
Yeah.
I'm going to try to work the rock thing. Like I said, I can't guarantee, but if I can't work the fake rock out, you would just spin it.
Right.
And have that facing the back and just be able to access it.
I'm
only gonna do the fake rock if it doubles as a push button. If it doesn't double as a push button, I won't do it.
Right.
So, I mean, your thoughts. You're a person that comes to Legion's Con to buy stuff too. What do you think of the offerings from Farrell's Forge this year?
I think it's fantastic. Everything you show me, I want one of. I love the things that you created, stuff that I hadn't seen before. Like I said, when I first started talking to you, you had the banner holders, which I've never seen before or since.
It's weird. That was a product you would just think someone would have made, but no one. And that was crazy. I did that for me. I sold a crap ton of those.
Yeah. I've got a little box of them still. It
was a lot. And that was my early design. I didn't know what I was doing. I was like, oh, let me take a shape, and it does a thing. And now if I was doing it again, they'd probably be they'd probably be like stoneworked and stuff.
Yeah.
But I wanted it to work for every collector. And that's the stuff I make. Like I said, all this stuff, I've wanted a summoning circle for so long.
Right.
And doing it in resin was just it's difficult, right? So resin printers are rectangles, right? That's the build plate. It's a rectangle. Filament printers are giant squares. You can do more like shapes that are just like perfect circles and stuff.
Right.
And the build plates on resin printers, even the big one, even the one huge one we have, it's huge this way. It's 11, but it's only 6 this way.
Mm-hmm.
Whereas like the machines here are like 10, 10 cubes.
Yeah.
Right. So like, that base of that tower is every piece of 9.8 cubed, right? It's a huge diameter.
Right.
Not cube, the diameter is like 9 something. So like, different medium, different thing this year. Excited to be in year 2 of filament printing, and I think there's a wave coming. I think a lot of people are starting to, because before the quick history of filament printing, the printing in filament was the hobby. You had to tinker with your printer and I'm not a tinker guy. I want to press a button and I want it to make the thing.
Yes.
Right. And I was weird. I started with resin first. Most people start filament, graduate to resin. I started at resin because it was easier as far as from a function standpoint.
Right.
Not from a cleanup and nastiness and toxic standpoint, right? To filament. And it's like, man, PLA is low odor, low toxicity, like it's pretty safe stuff. And once you start playing with it, there are there are downsides and drawbacks to everything, but I think for big stuff I couldn't do that tower in resin. There's no way.
Right.
Not for anything under 500. We priced it out. It would have been double the amount of parts because they would have to clip 2 sides together, and it would have been $500 plus a tower.
Yeah.
At the cheapest.
Yeah.
So that's what we're doing this year. That's what I'm doing this year, and
I'm excited, dude.
Hopefully, enough people will enjoy it too to throw some dollars my way. But even if you just want to come by, so with my table, I always say, even if you just want to come by and chit chat and ask me how I did something, ask me why I designed it that way. That is my favorite part of Legion's Con besides buying toys. Is
talking to people about why I did a custom, why I designed something that way. You don't got to spend, even not spending money is not irrelevant. It's helpful, but it's not the reason I go every year. It's not even the reason I have a table. I have a table so I can talk to people.
Absolutely. Yeah, I love that. I mean, you could jump from table to table and just from conversation to conversation.
Yeah.
Just talking whatever, talking toys, talking, hey, how did you make this? Or what paints did you use? Or, you know, what was your idea on this? You know?
That's the best. It's like, that's my favorite. Like, that fills me up for the whole year.
Yeah.
Is the conversations I have with people, and they're like, oh, how did you do this on this figure? Why did you do this? And I'm like, oh. Or if it's like a cut and Dremel situation, I'm like, oh, I cut this, I did this, I Dremeled this, I glued this. I love, you know, or why did you design X, Y, and like the tower? I'm sure I'm getting questions like, why'd you make the door so big? Why with Y's? I'm like, well, I always, with doors, it's better to be too big than too small.
Absolutely.
And I was, with like I said, with a 13-hour print, you got to be like, all right, we got to get really close on the first one because we're just gonna wait for the next ones. And
we don't know what's coming with Mythics.
Don't. And it's hard, dude. It's hard, man.
We got new scales.
Yeah.
New sizes.
I was sitting on the tower idea for 3 years.
Yeah.
And like, I'm like, how are we gonna do this? And then like I had to wait, and then it came through, and I was like, oh, that's how we're gonna do this. But I mean, just for odd, and I'm always working on weird stuff, right? So like even this, probably not coming to leave. It's a 3D printed table setting, but that in the middle, that's real stone.
Whoa. That's freaking amazing.
And this is like a prototype, early proto.
Yeah.
I've been working on this for months. But like, you know, and the way it works is, so you can order these stone off of a sample stone place. I'll just sell you samples for like $3. So
it's real
stone
right there.
Real stone.
Wow.
Real stone.
Wow.
If I want to swap it, I just take the sample out, swap it, put a different one in, put a different color in.
Boom.
Put this in, get this to click down, and now I got a cool table. So I always work on little. And this is stuff that may never even make it to Legion's Con. That might be one of one. I may make the one and, you know, think about the project and say, no, I'm good. I'll do something else.
But see, how do you figure that out? Like, how do you bounce it off of friends?
Yeah, I mean, yes, absolutely. I got my cadre of like, I mean, so big props to anyone who's ever got a message for me at a weird time of night showing you a project I'm on. There's about 20 people. If I just see you on Messenger and I'm friends with you, even tangentially friends with you, like we're not friends like that, I might just send you a random photo.
Yeah.
Because that feedback for me lets me know.
Right.
Right.
I'm on to something here.
It lets me know. Like, I can tell most people are always positive. Right. I've learned to decipher positive, like, oh, cool, good job, versus like, oh shit, I'm on to something good.
Right. Yes.
And if they don't get it when I said on the first, so that's with that table. Saying that to a bunch of people, they didn't really quite get it what I was doing, right, with the real stone. And I'm like, okay, this needs more work.
Yeah.
When I sent out the first couple tower pictures, they didn't need it.
Yeah.
Weapons rack, same thing. Weapons rack last year sent out pictures. They were like, yep, got it. Cool. Don't change anything.
No, great idea.
Right. And
I
then,
love, go ahead. I was gonna say, I love on the tower thing where you were talking about how you made little nooks and crannies too for like light or fog. Like that's that extra touch for photographers, you know, or people that are trying to build some kind of, you know, like that extra is genius to me, I think.
And if you look inside of it, you can tell which side I took them off of. Right? Because I stumbled into a couple because of the way I cut it. And then I'm like, well, hold on. If I cut it thinner, it'll give me more. It's basically a spot where the printer can't finish the print, right? And I'm like, ooh, if I take this off, and then I'm like, well, how do I repair it? And I only repaired half. And you can tell, you can see it straight out. Like, oh, if you really look, you're like, oh, he repaired this section of this circle.
Yeah.
Because really, when you break that tower down, you know, it's the same stone piece
3 different times in different sizes, right? And then there's
Right.
one with windows cut in it, right?
Yeah.
Like, it's not like I didn't go buck wild and, do something obscene, right? Like, it's
Right.
like, oh, it's this one stone piece. It's this one stone pattern, flipped, repeated, changed, move, crack here, move here. But that's why it spins. It's
Right.
so you can go, like, you always look at those doors
You
in
can
video
adjust
games that
it.
you can adjust it to where you want it. What I was telling someone was, they're like, why don't paint? I'm like, here's what I would do. And I'm going to do one like this. I'm going to do one where I don't paint the stone, but I paint black in between all the grouting. I'm just going to sit here one day, and I might even take a marker and do it. And I'm going to black out all the grout and the cracks.
Yeah.
I just bought moss and like 1/12 scale vines for like a dollhouse, like ivy.
Yes.
And I'm like, yeah, I got to trick one of these, but I don't want to. But what I want to do is I don't want to paint the stone. I want to leave that stock and just see. And I might hit it with a matte coat. I think I got to matte it out. That dark stone doesn't come in a matte filament. If it came in matte, it would be perfect.
Yeah.
But it only comes in standard, which is a little shiny for my taste.
Yeah.
But you work with what you got, right?
Right.
I didn't want to print it. The original tower was in Lightstone. And I was like, Lightstone feels like I still got to paint it.
Yeah.
Right? Maybe I'll show up with one in like a white Lord of the Rings, Minas Tirith like style. I might do that, right? But like as a standard product, I think the dark gray works the best. Because if you want to paint it, go nuts.
That's what I was.
The crap out of it.
That's what I was gonna say. Is it's nice because for people like me, I probably wouldn't paint it, but you're giving the option. Like, dude, go. Like you said, go nuts, paint it. Go for it.
And in years past with the resin dioramas, right? The first 2 we did out of resin, you have to paint those.
Yeah.
Right. And I think it never limited our customer base. We've never brought more than 13 dioramas in a year. Never. 13's like the limit, right? We'll have a couple more towers than that.
Yeah.
But like there's a certain limit. We're talking about and we don't kickstart these things, right? A lot of people will kickstart stuff like this.
Right.
This is all out of pocket, right? So this is all like, all right, I think I got a good idea. Let me spend some money and let's pray to God, right? Let's pray this thing works. Which is what I like doing it that way, right? I don't want to pre-order. That's why people hit me up like, can I just order one now? I'm like, you can order one after the con. I might lift my normal embargo if I overprint them. I might let people, if that want to reserve one Friday night, pay me Friday night, and I'll announce it. And I'll say, you can pay me Friday if you're at the con. You can hand Kris money if you don't think you can make my table first thing in the morning.
Right.
Because we take that feedback every year, and I got to print a certain amount. I got to be comfortable.
Right.
I don't want someone to walk up Saturday at like 10 o'clock and I'm sold out. I'd be pissed. Right.
Right.
Sunday morning at 11 o'clock. Yeah. That is what it is. Right. I don't want to be sold out Saturday at like noon. I feel bad.
Now, will you keep one that is like not for sale, just for display? That way,
everything is always for sale because I don't have nowhere to get it home.
There you go.
So we sell the display one every year. I'm going to try and paint one. My plan is I want to do the basic paint job on one where I just do the grouting, and I want to fully paint one if I have time. I don't know.
Yeah.
And I say that every year. Last year, Reynolds Cruz painted ours for us, which was awesome. It's the dopest paint job ever. I think Trevor owns that.
Mm-hmm.
The year before, some of the resin towers shipped and they broke, and I was able to repair all of them with glue. Like, you can't even tell.
Mm-hmm.
All those were our paint demos. I painted 3 of them. Me and a buddy. We sat up till 6 or 5 o'clock in the morning painting those towers. I will never do that at Legion's Con ever. And the studio, I gave one in the studio. So we did one, the Dwarf Tower that's behind me. I did one in Castle Grayskull colors.
Nice.
And I gave that to the studio. I was like, here, take this.
Yeah.
You guys can have it. But funny, we were talking about the Stynylon Res Primer earlier. All of those were painted in Stynylon Res Primer only. Just mixing and
it's good stuff, man.
And this year, if I paint it ahead of time, cool.
Yeah.
It'll get painted. But this was designed where paint is optional, and you could display it without paint or minimal paint. That was my goal. I think I hit the mark pretty good. Everyone that's seen it, and only 2 people have seen it. Well, 3. Anthony Housel has a printer, and he's printing some for me as a favor to save me money on shipping. He actually completed his first tower today.
Yeah.
And he was like, this is gonna work. I'm like, okay, let's hope. Let's pray. I don't want to sound overconfident.
Looking at it, I was picturing, like, for me, like I was picturing like skeleton raiders or skeletons like scaling up the sides.
Totally
and maybe Sir Gideon at the top, or Ignatius or somebody
you could totally
at
set
the
that
top,
up.
and all these like skeleton, guys are coming up over the. That's just what I'm picturing.
Absolutely,
with a little flashing lightning, and maybe a little smoke going,
and so like I took the light that's in there. AliExpress sells these little cheap 60-cent, maybe $1 magnetic lights. They're about 11 millimeters round. And they're magnet activated, so they're wireless.
Yeah.
I just stuck one with some. So when you saw it in the ceiling, I just stuck on with sticky tack.
Yeah.
Little sticky tack, and then I could tap it with a thing. But you can get like the light that's in the stand we've looked at. That light is on Amazon. I think a pack of 12 is like $8.
Yeah.
With the push button, you could hide the push button somewhere.
Right.
And people could do that. You could hide the push button on that thing, and
people are going to be coming up with, like, they're going to blow your mind.
I hope so.
Stuff that they're
that's what I want. It's always looking for. I'm like, hey, and that was my goal. I wanted to make almost like the Legion builder of dioramas.
Yes.
Like the tabula rasa, the blank. I think this is probably the most basic thing I could have thought of, right? Round, gray tower.
Yes.
Now go forth and make some cool stuff out of it, right?
Yeah.
And that was, we always were very detailed and specific. I almost had to work differently to find myself. Like, I was like, oh, but what if I add in holders and a torch holder and Ant's like, hey man, remember this started out as just the tower top. You got to pull off.
Right.
Make it so let everyone else go build, like do it like a Legion builder. Let everyone else go build the thing. Just give them the blank canvas. And I'm like, all right, let's do that. Let's try that.
Here's the idea. Now you build,
right.
you add to it using your,
right. And, as the studio does with Legion builders, they provide the same figure with 1 coat of paint. I'm going to provide this in 2 colors of plastic. You go and again, like it's walking that. And some people, I see a lot of people display their Legion builders without paint. That's how they display them, right? And I'm like, okay, cool. Those people can buy the tower too. And before, if you didn't paint, you were locked out of my play sets, right? You were just locked out. You had to buy them, or people were paying other people to paint them, and these things weren't. The other play sets, this one's not cheap either, but the other ones were like $200, right? So like last year's were, I think, 180. I think we were 180, 175. And if you see them, and I can't do it side by side, but the dwarf one behind me is significantly shorter than this. Like it's not even apples to, we're not even fruit. One's a vegetable, one's So vertical space. And every other thing is cool. My collection, I use up a lot of horizontal space. I have a lot of vertical. I think everyone's got a lot of vertical space in their collection. They don't look at vertical space, right?
I didn't think about that. Yeah.
So this takes up more. It only takes up 9 inches of horizontal space, which is basically 2 figures with their shoulder armor side by side, maybe 3. But you have all that space of your top shelf going up. So it'll only eat up space you're not using now.
You could actually take a shelf out of your Detolf.
You could
Detolf and just
could shrink. What's a Detolf? What's the space between the shelves?
It's like 17 by. I'd have to look. I'm not sure what it is.
I mean, you could take a shelf out. You could shrink the tower, right?
Yeah.
Like I said, the tower will shrink.
Right. Yeah. It's modular. So you can.
Yep. So when you pull out the 2 sections, it shrinks 10 inches. And I think it's almost exactly 10 inches. I think I got it to where when you add a section and a spacer, you're adding 5 inches. And I was very specific on the increments we were adding stuff. Like it was like I tried to be like super like, okay. I think I messed up the bottom by 1 inch because we had to make the door a certain size, but everything else was like in except for the rampart in the bottom, everything's in 5s. We do it all in 5s. So
yeah.
I do it all in 5s. Just Kris.
Me and my team.
Kris. Me and my team of me and my wife. And she's
right.
She saw it. She's like, that's sick. She's like, you got to print it in filament that can sit outside, so we can just put it next to the Dragon all year round. So I'm like, and yes, this is printed in PLA. Do not leave this thing outside. Do not leave this thing in a 100-degree car. You will have a bad time. PLA gets squirrely at like, if you got a garage that's like 110, do not leave the tower.
Okay.
I don't want anyone to go back home and be like,
it'll start drooping. It'll start.
It won't melt, but it's definitely going to get a little squirrely.
Yeah.
A little warpy.
Yeah.
So,
a little warpy, a little droopy.
Yeah, a little warpy.
Dude, I had a great time, man.
Me too, man.
I appreciate you so much coming on here and showing off some amazing products. And
I owe you a favor for this.
Nah. I hope that I cruise by your table and it's empty already.
Me too. Me too. But you know what?
Mood.
Definitely swing by. I got a couple weapons racks with your name on them for doing me a solid.
Yeah.
So I appreciate it.
No, anytime. You're welcome. I'm grateful to be in you guys' group chat and just bouncing off thoughts and speculation on what's to come and talking
tomorrow, right? Or I guess I don't know, but soon, whatever. Yeah, I'm sorry.
By the time this airs, we'll already know, and hopefully it'll be shipping in October. So yeah. And Big G said that it's something we're going to want multiples of. So I'm like, that's an interesting hint. Interesting. Which my wallet is my wallet.
I'm thinking just for predict. So we'll know if I was right or wrong. The Knoll body from Reign of the Beast as a werewolf.
Okay.
I know they got a werewolf coming, but as like the werewolf. But it's got to be the Halloween offering. That's what's got it's got to be. It's got to be what would have been the Halloween offering.
You think so?
I think so. It's got to be.
Yeah, because I mean, it's shipping to us. They said around October.
Yep.
So I was thinking, but someone shot it down because of tooling, and I don't know. I was like, maybe it's some kind of imp scale, a couple of imp scale creatures.
Probably early for imp.
Okay.
But Rain, I think they just show off Leodicius on one of it.
Yeah.
So I'm like, okay, so is the wolf done? Not the wolf, the Knoll from Reign of the Beast, Knoll, right? I'm like, is the Knoll, are enough parts done to create a classic hunched over Wolfman?
Yeah.
Just change the head out and we got a wolf.
Yeah.
I don't know. Like, is that ready to go? Because they're always early on some parts, right?
That's why I love when they do that.
That's why I love me some FO, man. But like,
it's
weird. The last two, Frankenstein, I didn't get a ton of. Too specific for me.
Yeah.
And then the elephant, I got a couple. But like, Christmas Pat, dude,
I love that. Yeah.
Stack of those things, and I still love that figure.
And I'm with you on Frankenstein's creature.
Dope. Super.
I just love the figure though. The figure is it moves so buttery.
Yep.
The joints.
It was a great figure.
Great figure. And Eric said they're going to use it again.
Yeah, I made like a Frankenberry out of it. I painted him pink.
I didn't see that.
I never posted. I never finished it, so I never posted it. I didn't have a ton of ideas for him.
It is
so
specific.
I'm like, I could see Flesh Golem with different hair.
That's what I thought. Yeah,
Flesh Golem maybe.
But I think if they get rid of like the stitching and all that on there, you're gonna have an amazing, like, godlike.
Oh, like, 100%.
They could use that body for like Egyptian, because they're gonna go back to the Egyptian gods at some point.
Absolutely.
So I could see like the chest, the arms, just the musculature of like, you know, like some kind of like Set or some kind of god or something.
Oh my God, yeah. But yeah, without the stitching, I would have bought like, it would be, I'd still be paying it off.
Yeah. Right.
Because I would have been like, oh, Angel, like put
all
some
day
big wings on it.
Yes.
Oh, craziness.
Yeah, all day.
Craziness.
You know, the hands and the bare feet and just a great. Yeah. But he got excited, like and I don't know if it was on my show, but because I was interviewing Treadway and I asked him about it. I'm like, man, I love that Frankenstein creature figure, but like, what are you gonna do? Are you gonna be able to use that again because of the stitching? And he had like a little smile, like, oh, it's in the works.
I bet you for Cosmic, it'll be something for Cosmic.
That could be.
I think so. It'll be like a half cyborg, half. See, now it's like, oh, it'd be like, like that rugged chest, metal arm, metal. I know they kind of did something like that, but I think that could even execute it on a different level. Yeah.
Yeah.
It'll be kind of excited. Whatever it is, it'll be cool.
Yeah, for sure.
Whatever it is, it'll be cool.
Anyways, we've done 2 hours, man, and that's a good run. And I hope to have you come back sometime. We'll do talk more stuff, talk more.
Whatever you want, man. Whatever you want.
You got you want to showcase something? I'm here for you always.
I'll tell you what, whenever you want, and I won't be slanging nothing next time. Next time we just talk about Mythic Legions the whole time.
Whatever you want, man.
Yeah, anytime you want. Anytime you're free, man, you tell me. I got you.
That sounds good, man. I appreciate you, man. I don't know how, but my dog always knows when the show's about to wrap up because she comes by.
Mine are in the house. Mine are in the house. Like, what's going on? Why is he in the garage?
Yeah.
You know.
What happened? He's exiled in there.
For me, real quick, if you guys haven't, because I'm trying to build the channel. If you haven't followed me on Pharaoh's Forge on Instagram, go get that. I'm trying to. When we get, I'll throw it out there. When we get to 1,000 subscribers, I'll give someone a tower.
There you
I'll
go.
give away a free tower.
1,000 subscribers.
We're a long way away. But when we get
I
to
subbed today, man. I subbed today because I was looking for pictures today, and I'm like, oh, I didn't even know this was here. So yeah.
Yep.
So check out my man Kris at Pharaoh's Forge on Instagram.
Yep, and all my Mythic Bits people at Mythic Bits too. We still post there, but those are the two channels. Love everyone that loves our stuff. And if you don't love our stuff, just tell me why, and I'll try to fix it.
Nothing wrong with that. Yeah, nothing wrong.
I'm a man of the people.
All right, Kris, I appreciate you, man. You have a good one. Thank you.
RG.
Thank you guys for watching. Take care.
Appreciate it.
Remember, friends, to always have fun, be curious, share, and enjoy what this line has to offer. Come for the toys, but stay for the friends. Good night, and thank you very much.